Hello students, as we are doing pair of linear equations in two variables, let us continue this chapter. We were at exercise 3.5. Conditions for solvability or consistency we have already discussed, and we have used these conditions in exercise 3.2. Let us recall, if system of equations has unique solution, then a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Second, infinitely many solutions, then a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. And if there is no solution, then a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. So we will have further more application of these conditions in question number 2 of exercise 3.5, page 62. For which values of a and b does the following pair of linear equations have an infinite number of solutions? This is first part. We are given the equations 2x plus 3y is 7 and a minus bx plus a plus by equal to 3a plus b minus 2. Since we are given that system has infinitely many solutions, therefore we can use the condition a1 upon a2 is b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Let us put the values which give us 2 upon a minus b is equal to 3 upon a plus b is equal to constant term in both the equations on the RHS. So we can write it 7 upon 3a plus b minus 2. Or we can write as, first we equate these two. 2 upon a minus b is 3 upon a plus b, and 3 upon a plus b is equal to 7 upon 3a plus b minus 2. Cross multiplying, we get 2a plus 2b is equal to 3a minus 3b, which gives us 2a minus 3a. You solve this equation and you will get a is equal to 5b. Similarly, on this side also, in this equation we cross multiply, and what we get is 3b minus 6 is equal to 7a plus 7b. And if we further solve it, we will get 2a minus 4b is equal to 6. So here we have got two equations, two linear equations in two variables, and first one is in terms of other, a is equal to 5b. So we can put this value of a in 2 and we will get a equal to 5b in 2, and we get 10b minus 4b is equal to 6. That means 6b is equal to 6, which gives you b is equal to 1. And if we put this value of b in 1, we get a is equal to 5. This means this given system of equation will have infinitely many solutions if a is 5 and b is 1. You can write it here. Now second part of question number 2, equations given, but before that let us read the condition. For which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution? So in this case it is given that the following system has no solution. Equations are 3x plus y is equal to 1, 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 2k plus 1. No solution means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. Let us put the values as a1 is 3 upon 2k minus 1 is equal to 1 upon k minus 1 is not equal to 1 upon 2k plus 1. From these two we cross multiply and we get k minus 3 is equal to 2k minus 1. Or we can say that k is equal to 2. Also 1 upon k minus 1 is not equal to 1 upon 2k plus 1. From here we have got this relation. Let us see that the value of k which we have obtained here satisfies this relation also. If we replace k by 2, it becomes 1 upon 2 minus 1, and it becomes 2 into 2 plus 1 That means 1, and here we get 4 plus 1, 5. Yes, they are not equal. So that means k is equal to 2 is the value which satisfies this expression, and we can say that the system of given linear equations will have no solution if k is equal to 2. We can write it here. For k equal to 2, given system of equations have no solution. Next we come to question 4. Third part we are doing. It's a word. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? So we suppose that number of right answers is x and number of his wrong answers is y. Then, according to first condition, 3 marks for each right answer. If number of right answers is x, then marks for correct answers will be 3x, and losing 1 mark for wrong answer. If number of wrong answers is y, then minus y should be equal to, his score was 40. Similarly, second case, had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer. So that means 4x, and 2 marks are cut for each wrong answer. That means minus 2y. He would have got 50 marks. So in this way we have got equation 1 and equation 2, which you can solve using any algebraic method. Now question 4, fourth part. Let us read. Places A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. Let us see in the figure. Suppose this is highway. Here is point A, place A, and this point B is place B. Next, let us read. One car starts from point A and another from B at the same time. Let first car, we have given it a number name, first car is at point A and second car is at point B. This car, first car starts from A and second car starts from point B at the same time. If the cars travel in the same direction at different speeds, if they travel in the same direction, B has started from here, second car has started from here, first car has started from here, and suppose they meet at this point, C. Let us read once again. If the cars travel in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 5 hours. So that means they meet after 5 hours at point C. If you suppose that speed of first car is x km per hour and second car speed is y km per hour, then let us find out what is the distance covered by each car in these 5 hours. First car covers distance AC in 5 hours with speed x km. We know that distance is time into speed. So distance covered by first car in 5 hours is AC, which is equal to, because this distance is covered in 5 hours with speed x, so distance AC is 5x. Similarly, we can find distance BC also, which will be 5y, because speed of second car is y km per hour. That means distance AC is 5x and distance BC is 5y. Can we write given distance AB in terms of distance AC and BC? Yes, we can write. We can write distance AB as AC minus BC. If we subtract distance BC from AC, we get AB. Now let us put the values. AB is given as 100 km, AC we have obtained as 5x and BC 5y. If you divide this whole equation by 5, you will get x minus y is equal to 20. Let this be equation number 1. Now let us read second condition. Second case given is that instead of traveling in the same direction, if suppose they travel towards each other, if they travel towards each other, let us suppose that they meet at point C here. So point C will be in between A and B, and they meet in 1 hour. So that means at point C they meet after 1 hour. Let us find what will be distance AC in this case. Distance AC, because they are meeting after 1 hour, speed is x of first hour. So distance covered will be time, that is 1, into speed, that is x. And distance BC will be y. Can we write again given distance AB in terms of distance AC and BC? Yes. AB is AC plus BC. And AB was given as 100. AC is x, BC is y. We can solve these two equations. You can see solving equations 1 and 2. Because here coefficients are same of both x and y, so we can use elimination method. X minus y is 20, x plus y is 100. Eliminate y first. 2x is 120, which gives us that x is 60 and y will be, because x is 60, if we put it here, y will be 40. Hence, speed of first car is 60 km per hour and that of second car is 40 km per hour. Word problem, we always write ending statement at the end. Next, fifth part. Let us read. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if the length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. If we increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67 square units. So again we are given two conditions to obtain two equations. Let us see how we can do, because we have to find the dimensions of the rectangle. If we suppose, let the length and breadth of the rectangle be x unit and y unit respectively. Tell me what will be the area. If length and breadth are given, length is x, breadth is y, area will be length into breadth, that is xy. Now, it is given that if length is reduced by 5, okay, if length is reduced by 5, that means it becomes x minus 5, and breadth is increased by 3 units, that means breadth becomes, breadth is increased by 3 units, y plus 3. In this case, what will be area? Area will be x minus 5 into y plus 3. So this is the area in first case, initially, which is given to us, and this is the area according to first condition given in the question. Let us read once again. It says that area of a rectangle will be reduced by 9 square units in this case. In this case, that means given area is 9 square units more than changed area. So equation formed is xy minus x minus 5 y plus 3 is given equal to 9 units. So when we simplify it, we obtain minus 3x plus 5y plus 15 minus 9 equal to. First equation obtained is minus 3x plus 5y plus 6 equal to 0. Now let us read second condition given in the question. If we increase the length by 3 units, so in this case length is x plus 3 and breadth is also increased by 2 units, so breadth become y plus 2 units. What will be area in this case? Of course, x plus 3 into y plus 2. It is given that area increases by 67 square units. That means this area is more than xy by 67 square units. So equation formed is If we solve it further, we get and we obtain 2x plus 3y minus 61 equal to 0 as the second equation. Now from 1 and 2 we have obtained pair of linear equations minus 3x, this is the first one, plus 5y plus 6 equal to 0, and second equation is 2x plus 3y minus 61 equal to 0. Now you can use any algebraic method to solve these equations. Let us use cross multiplication method. For that, first we write a1, b1, c1 from first equation. a1 is minus 3, b1 is 5, c1 is 6. And from second equation, let us write a2, b2 and c2. a2 is 2, b2 is 3 and c2 is minus 61. By cross multiplication method, we know that we can write x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1 is equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Let us put the values, correct values at correct place. X upon b1 is 5, so 5 into c2 is minus 61 minus b2 is 3 into c1 is 6 is equal to y upon c1 6 into 2 minus c2 is minus 61 into minus 3 is a1 is equal to 1 upon a1 minus 3, b2 is 3 minus 2 into 5. We further simplify and we get here x upon minus 305 multiplying it minus 18 is equal to y upon 12 minus, there are 3 negative signs, so we will get negative, multiplying 183 is 1 upon minus 9 minus 10. Further we solve and we get x upon minus 323 is equal to y upon, if we subtract we will get minus 171, 1 upon minus 90. Now we equate first expression to third one to get x, and it will be 323 equal to 1 upon minus 19, and y is equal y upon minus 171 also we equate to third expression, which gives us that x is equal to 323 upon 19 and y is equal to 171 upon 19, which gives us that x is equal to 17 and y is equal to 9. Hence, we can say that length of rectangle is, given rectangle is 17 units. You must write it here, that length of rectangle is 17 units and breadth is 9 units. Further you can simplify first and second part also of question number 4, because such questions we have done in last 2 exercises. And if you face any difficulty in understanding or solving any question of this exercise, please send me a message. Thank you, children.